I mean, we're gonna go for it. Bond of Revival, grab Godzilla. It resolved. Okay. Swing in down to 7. We swung in for 13 damage. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and this is a super janky, spicy one for you guys today. We're playing Godzilla Reanimator, so Godzilla King of the Monsters, and we get to play Godzilla Doom Inevitable, all the Godzilla, Space Godzilla, Void Invader, Godzilla Primeval Champion. We're not playing all the Godzillas because there's like 15 Godzillas, okay guys? So we're playing these ones. Basically what we want to do is we have a bunch of Godzillas that we can cycle for 2 mana to throw into our graveyard. So then we can have Godzilla Primeval Champion over into our graveyard. We get to give something a trample counter. So if we have like our Gilded Goose or Paradise Druid, it gets a trample counter. Yay! Woohoo! It can be useful on the School Prophet actually every once in a while. So it is not irrelevant, especially the Death Touch counter that Space Godzilla gives. But basically, we get to put these into our graveyard, and then with that, like without actually having to discard our hand or get like mill a bunch of stuff, without like you end up having such a high chance of failure. I feel like whenever you playing the cards that just mill things over or whatever. We do have some things like we can mill the top 2 cards over like our graveyard with School Prophet, and I'm debating if I want to go up another copy and maybe take down Murderous Rider, but we need some interaction in this deck. But basically what we're trying to do, get something into the graveyard, and then we bring them back with Bond of Revival, which gives them haste until end of next turn. Unbreakable Bond, we have 1 copy of, which can bring it back with a lifelink counter, which is pretty legitimate. Like if you have just like an 11/11 trampling lifelinker and they can't answer it, like there's a lot of stuff that just deals damage or like hits things with certain converted mana cost or whatever. This actually does pretty good, and with the ramp that we can have, we can get this on turn 4 pretty often. I mean, sometimes you can get a little bit quicker, but it's not very often. And we can also just get like our Godzilla back. We have 1 Nethroi or Belante plant beast form to be able to mutate with as well. We can bring it back. It is a 5/5. We are hoping to mutate with this because we don't need the white mana for it to be able to play it, but we do have we are splashing a little bit of white into our Triome land so that we can maybe play it out, because it is just a 5/5 Death Touch Lifelinker. It's not a bad card at all whatsoever, so why not? This is a very janky one. We're just trying to do fun things. I think that you could get this to be a bit more of a competitive deck, but right now the whole goal is just we want to make things actually happen. We want to bring back 11/11s and 8/8s and whatnot. So anyway, let's get into gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, so we're taking this deck into a standard event. I've not played one of these in a little while. I don't think this is quite worthy for ranked right now, especially because I'm trying to get back up to mythic. I'd probably just lose a bunch. So we're gonna try this out. This typically has a little bit more jankier decks that play in the events as well, and I usually like to do this kind of thing where I just talk through in between games as well for these ones, just to have a little bit more free form. But we're going to keep this. We have Cathartic Reunion. We can draw into good cyclers. Not too shabby. We will go Gilded Goose turn 1 and probably just play this turn 2. Yeah. I'm debating if I want to Cathartic Reunion right away. We'll see what we're up against. Storm's Wrath may be pretty dead. Paradise Druid. All right, Paradise Druid instead. I mean, we're not very far away from just Bond of Revival to be. Cunning Night Bonder. No attacks. Pass the turn. Godzilla. All right, so what we do is, if things get out of hand, it will be really nice to be able to have this. So it's additional cast the cost. And so if they counter the Cathartic Reunion, we're in a little bit of bad shape. I kind of want to be able to keep the Storm's Wrath. So let's go ahead and Cathartic Reunion. We can just play this out as well. Like we get it next turn. We get to give it haste with this, but I think we're looking for better things. So let's just pass the turn. We actually may want a Storm's Wrath eventually. So pass the turn. I'm just trying to think of like what's going to happen. Storm's Wrath, this deck gets a lot of creatures out in the battlefield. If we can Storm's Wrath, kill all of their creatures, and then we just still have 5 mana to get the things back that we cycled. I think we'll be fine. So let's go ahead and create a food token. Alright. That gets us even closer to being able to use the Bond of Revival by itself. Let's try to go for Godzilla, though. If it does get countered, we're pretty fine with it. I want to keep Paradise Druid, so let's go ahead and sack for food here. Because I'm totally fine blocking a Slither Wisp and Storm Wrathing later. Alright, so they do have... Oh man, that's only 4 mana with the Night Bonder. That's a reason to be playing Night Bonder, okay. I've been in between whether or not I like Night Bonder at all, but being able to make this a 3 mana spell, or yeah, 4 or 3 mana spell, that's really, really good. Alright, let's hopefully be able to Storm's Wrath. I think that's our only chance of winning, actually. We could try to Cathartic Reunion first, see if they counter that. They get to see what we're hitting, though. I mean, might as well. We only get so much mana here anyway. So, Cathartic Reunion first. Discard land and Bond of Revival. They do get to see what we discard before they do anything else. Lets us draw. They had some sort of interaction. Alright, try for Storm's Wrath. This is kind of... If this resolves, we have a shot. If it doesn't, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay. Spectral Sailor comes out. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's cool. No attacks with our 0 powered thing. Oh, another Slither Wisp. Yeah. So much card draw. I think we're dead anyway. Yeah, we are. Good game. Oh, man. Did I tell you guys that we're playing a janky deck? So I just really tried a Sultai flash deck, and I think that the Dimir kind of more aggro plan like that is much better. I kind of forgot that the Voracious Shark kind of takes the spot of Frilled Mystic if you get to get the Cunning Bonder or whatever down, Night Bonder. So I mean that is really good. We weren't very far from getting big things onto the battlefield though. Puffy Trousers laughing. Okay. We have Cathartic Reunion. Get rid of 2 things and hopefully find green mana. So we're gonna keep it. Cathartic Reunion is really good card draw. Let us find lands, please. Not those lands, other lands. Okay, discard. I almost want to keep that. That's fine, alright. Okay, we get Fable Passage. Not quite the land we're looking for. I mean, I guess technically we can get that the same speed next turn, so... Blood Crypt, tap, pass the turn. Deck with counter spells, yay! Didn't I say this is more fun stuff that we're playing up against here? Maybe we should be playing like Croxa in this as well, just for the fun of it. Make them discard all their things. Alright, grab green mana. If we don't ever get to resolve a Bond of Revival, it doesn't really matter. Play Paradise Druid, no counter spell. It could be Dovin's Veto though. Like if they're not doing anything, we're probably dead. I mean, we're gonna go for it. Bond of Revival, grab Godzilla. It resolved? Okay. Swing it down to 7. We swung it for 13 damage. Out of nowhere. Surprise Godzilla. Surprise. Oh, that's fun. Alright, Fires of Invention. Yeah, that's good. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're looking for a Reanimator spell, so... I guess we cycle at instant speed. Since we can. You can also cast a Lockthwain. But yeah, we definitely cycle instant speed. These guys, I don't think I'm going to be casting them for 9 mana at any time. Maybe. It is possible. Let's get out Stomping Ground. I'd rather keep more cyclers in hand, so pass the turn. Oh, this deck. The fact that we did it there, I feel like is a win. I'm happy with it. It's okay now. If we don't get a few wins, I'll probably do another event as well. Just so we can have even more fun. Elspeth. Is this a Winota deck? Fires Winota? Needs 5 life.
I believe we will find a better tomorrow.
That keeps him alive in case bad things happen. Alright, so we know that that's all that they can play this turn. Murderous Rider. Let's go ahead and cycle. Space Godzilla. Alright, Storm's Wrath. That does kill Elspeth as well. We get to hold up Murderous Rider. Yeah, okay, so Storm's Wrath.
I have not given up the fight.
Pay 2. Pass the turn. I mean, we're not out of the game. We're not really in it necessarily, but we're not out of the game, and that's what matters, folks. Elite Guard Mage, yeah, more good things. We hate more good things. We can bring back Elspeth. Plays Realm Cloak. I'll go ahead and kill you. Maybe I should be cycling and see what I have other things of. Alright, so cycle here. Reanimator spell. Storm's Wrath. Okay. We're gonna wait and see how bad things get. We can cycle into more. Another one maybe. Let's go ahead and get out Murderous Rider. Pass the turn. I mean, they have Fires of Invention. They're going to do broken things here. I'm thinking that this is a Fires Winota deck though. So we're worried about Winota a little bit. By a little bit, I'm like, holy crap, I'm freaking out here. Oh, that's bad. Alright, they get to draw a bunch of cards. Dreamtrawler swings in for $1.5 million. Storm's Wrath does not kill Dreamtrawler. Surprise, surprise. If they could give us a way to deal with Dreamtrawler in red. I'm just it's not that hard. There's been lots of things in the past that deal 5 damage to everything. With all the mana creep, you know, you could just do it a little bit more. We're not dead, but we're not living very much here. Yeah, with the amount of life gain, there's definitely not a chance. I'm going to play this out for a little bit, just for fun. Yeah, Storm's Wrath also doesn't kill Cavalier Flame. I just want to see what we draw, okay? Doom Inevitable. Oh, I can just play it straight out right now. We're playing Godzillas! Alright, good game. We will swing in for the Godzilla hit. Take that. That guy got hit by 2 Godzillas. Typically that's enough to kill people, but you know, Elspeth gained 5, gained like 10 from all this other stuff. That's cool too. It's whatever. So, yeah, I think that this deck, I mean, obviously there's better things to reanimate than just these Godzillas, but I mean, the 11/11 is kind of like our new Galta, so I mean, come on, it's super fun. We could probably also be playing the thing that, what's it called? I can't think of it right now. Keep this, the Great Henge. The Great Henge could be worth playing. All right, so Triome into School Prophet into Cathartic Reunion, discard some stuff. So we got the Bond of Revival. So we need to be able to ramp first. So ramp first. School Prophet. Pass the turn. The nice thing is we can discard and still draw, still be able to have ramp and attack, whatever. Yeah, we're good. All right, so we need the land. So I think that we discard Murder Shrider and Godzilla. Ooh, so many lands. Well, it should have got rid of the land. I guess I was just thinking, just in case we don't find it, I want to make sure that I can play Bond of Revival for the next turn. Castle Lockman can come in untapped, right? Yes, I can. Okay. Bond of Revival. Grab Murder Shrider. Alright, swing in. Down to 9. Pass the turn. We have lethal next turn. We'll see if they have board wipe. They don't have double white yet, though. Oh, there it is. Board wipe. You know you want to. Everyone always does. Alright, we got him! Take that, sir. Alright, let's do that again. That was fun. I mean, that's a pretty fast... I mean, if we have Bond of Revival, we could even sack the guy, and we could have had that on turn 3? Turn 4, I mean? Could we get it on turn 3? With Gilded Goose, we could. Gilded Goose lets us do Godzilla on turn 3, I think. Which would be sweet. Does it? Yeah, it does. Alright, keep this. Oh, we don't have green mana. That's fine. We have Cathartic Reunion. Discard here and here. Hopefully find mana for Paradise Druid. Opponent is Molgalinen. Sorry guys, if it ever bugs you that I say a lot of things wrong, most of the time it's on purpose, and it's mostly to hide the times that it's not on purpose. But you know, whatever. Not green mana, but another... I mean, that's good. Okay, Cathartic Reunion. Discard, discard. Draw 3. Pass the turn. None of those have green mana. Dang it. I think we need to be playing the other triomes the most, just because green mana is so important. And when we play those two out, and we can hopefully get to Bond of Revival, green mana off the top would be nice too. Alright. The issue is if it gets countered or anything, we're in trouble. I guess we have double, guys. Keep the hexproof, dude. No counter spells, please. We get an 8/8 next turn. Omen of the Sea, okay. We'll see if that's enough. Skull Prophet is also pretty aggressive. Like I'm debating how worthwhile it is to be just like be playing that over Paradise Druid as just attacker. The one extra point of damage is kind of legitimate. To Fairy. Can't bounce Paradise Druid. We kill Teferi is the question.
Might be a bad idea.
A Bond of Revival. Get back Space Godzilla. Now here's the question. Do we kill Teferi? It just bounces it otherwise. Yeah, so we definitely kill Teferi.
This is hard.
I was thinking this is something I could cast like normally, but 8 mana, probably not anytime soon. I mean, we're not terribly far away from it. Just lots of ramp, big things, Reanimator in the middle, some discard for it as well. I mean, this is a basic Reanimator type of deck, right? Okay, go to Fairy. Bounce Space Godzilla. That's fine. We get to cycle it again.
I have a plan.
So, first off, kill Teferi. Not getting the light tool down at all. It doesn't help much, but these are necessary plays. Skull Prophet, Forest. Pass the turn. I'd rather be able to cycle lands if we don't need them right away. We also get to cycle this. Put Death Touch counter onto Paradise Druid, maybe. Charming Prince. Whoa. All right, what else you got? Narset. Well, we will cycle now. Run to Paradise Druid. We get to swing at Narset.
So many mysteries to
We technically could have drawn a card there anyway. On their turn, we get one draw.
prepare.
Now we're just digging for more Reanimator spells. That's a Reanimator spell. Okie dokie then. Space Godzilla. Blood Crypt tapped. And attacking at face. They're gonna have to dig for board wipe, but I mean, like, if they don't block Space Godzilla this turn or the next, they're just dead. And so getting in for 5 here is pretty decent. I could have sent like just a School Prophet here, but then they probably would have just tried to take it, which I mean, maybe would have been better to get their life total down.
With thoughtfulness before action.
If they find a Shadow of the Skies, that was definitely not good. Absorb is fine. That does nothing. Shatters does though. That's not good. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, so let's go ahead and tap, 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 cycle. We get to draw. Oh, we don't get to draw. Oops. I was thinking. Alright. We can still use this to draw on their turn. Oh, that was annoying. Hate forgetting Narset. I do it way too often. So Yorion's probably the best play for them. Yorion bounce Narset, get it reset, get a card draw, you have a really good blocker. I mean, they can have the absorb up for a Reanimator spell, but if we just swing in, we're still okay. Yeah.
We still have much to learn.
I mean, a Reanimator spell is really good here. that is very true.
Bound by threads of time.
Bound by threads of time. Well, we did do the Reanimator thing a couple times here, so it's definitely possible. I'd like this to be the 11/11 Trampler more. That would have been nice. We probably would have been pretty close to the game for 2 times there. All right, well, Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. We get to cycle on their turn.
I have just the trick for this.
More shatters. Yay. Ah, man, all the ramp. Yeah, this is just the classic, like, sometimes you draw all the big things, sometimes you draw the ramp, and we want a good, healthy mix of both. Like, we have an upside of being able to drawing all the expensive things because we can just cycle them, hopefully draw into the Reanimator spells, and be fine. But if we draw just a bunch of these guys, that's just like, we can't really win against it. Yeah, with Absorb up, with everything, I don't see how we actually win this game. Which is unfortunate. We'll probably just play a few more. Alright, Murder Strider's something. Is it something? I don't think it actually is. All right, we're gonna do another event here because one is clearly not enough to showcase how awesome this deck is. Guys, sometimes you just have to play jank, you know? Sometimes that is what you gotta do.
My protection. You
All
can
right.
be at your best.
We will do that again. Standard event. I guess I can just play some free play here. We'll play some free play. Where in the world? Okay, it wasn't scrolling down for me. That was really weird. Come on. There we go. And has Arena had any issues for you guys? It's had issues for me sometimes, for sure. But I mean, I really like this set. I think that there's so many fun and interesting things that you can do with it that it just makes it worth playing. It's really fun. The worst thing that can happen is probably just draw like all the Yadaros and not a Reanimator spell in this deck. Benjadov. Bring it on, Benjadov. And no red mana, but we have Cathartic. Storm's Wrath is nice. If we have green mana, we can at least kind of play around stuff. I want to keep this on the power of Cathartic and Storm's Wrath. If we do hit mana and we're up against the creature deck, it's really nice. If we're up against a control deck, okay, it looks like a creature deck. Okay, Cathartic Reunion. I guess just both Murderous Riders now. We don't have any black mana. No green mana either. They definitely need to change the Triomes to green mana. We have like a ton of green mana in this deck. I just don't know why we can't ever find it. It's a little bit annoying. And when we still get Storm's Wrath, we can still discard things that we draw, except for our green dinosaur, or whatever it is. All right, if they mutate on the Cub Master, we'd be in trouble. Please play lots of things. Okay, that's fine. Green mana. Green mana's good. I don't think it's worth shocking ourselves here, though. Alright, so Storm's Wrath, kill you. They're going to want to reset the board pretty aggressively here, so Storm's Wrath number 2 should win. Emisizzle. Okay. Yeah, go School Prophet. Double Strike is bad. Means we can't like double block or anything like that to get back into this. Ooh, and it has flying. And it's gonna kill things. Deal 4 to any target. Oh, it's just target creature with Planeswalker. Still, not bad. Down to 6. Because they put that on top, we do get to Storm's Wrath here. Should have played Castle Arcqueen so I could have played Paradise Druid without shocking myself. Misplay. Raptor. Nice. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay, let's go. Cathartic Reunion. Discard. Discard. Reanimator spell. It's... Oh, we don't actually have things to reanimate, really. Okay, Gilded Goose, Paradise Druid. We get to gain some life. Cathartic Reunion for the next turn. Dig for Yeah, so we need to keep this actually in our hand so that we can discard. So pass the turn. Knight of Even Legion's gonna get really annoying here, but I think we try to kill Raptor. We choose which one dies. Oh, right. Forgot about that. We can go up to 9. We pump. We can block here still. So I mean, we take a bunch from Labyrinth Raptor, but that's probably the best play. Alright, lose Gilded Goose. Now we're probably dead. I mean, we get to kill Knight of the Even Legion, so there's that. Take 6. Down to 3. Second Cathartic Reunion. Alright, well, here it is. Reanimator spell or bust. Oh, we went bust. There it is. Alright. Just a little bit too late. Oh, Balderdash. Alright, going to the next one. I think this will probably be the last one, though. Man, that one was... Maybe we need more Godzillas? I feel like we've not been running into them as much as I feel like we should be. We have 4 Yeet Arrows, 4 green ones, 2, 3... I mean, that's like 11 cards in our deck that we're trying to reanimate. Maybe we need to have 15 or so. That feels really high. No green mana. How many times have we not had green mana in our starting hand? We get to cycle, but I think we have to have the ramp. Or, yeah, here we go. This is good. Keep this, drop 1 Godzilla. We only need 1 in the graveyard, technically. Alright, shock ourselves, Gilded Goose, pass the turn. Okay. Paradise Druid, that's fine. We have the lands now, so pass the turn. We cycle next turn, Bond of Revival the turn after that. And hopefully have some answers besides. Chandra. Alright, so Femur Elementals.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Alright. Alright, well, might as well cycle while we can. It has trample now. Okay. Storm's Wrath is gonna be pretty good, I feel like, here. Let's go ahead and cycle again, see if there's anything else worth playing here. Alright. I guess we don't really have a 1-drop. There could have been another Gilded Goose. A Temple of My Lady. Storm's Wrath for next turn seems really good. Into bringing out a hasty 11/11 seems really, really good. We get to kill Chandra no matter what. I mean, unless they counter it, I guess. I feel like they've got to be playing something out here. Yeah.
I'm brilliant, so
Interesting. Maybe this is just
We are the future.
Planeswalkers? 5-color Planeswalkers? It could be like Planeswalkers mutate with Sarkin. I've seen some people brewing around that. So Storm's Wrath kills Planeswalkers too. Like it.
my
Is
spirit's
lost.
been doused.
My spirit's been doused. I love how like devastating when they die their words are. It's like they're all happy and cheery, but like future is lost. Okay. They could have counter spells. Let us see. Let us see. I mean, we're gonna go for 11/11. Yep. All right, we get it this turn. Yes. Okay. Bond of Revival. Yes, we'll take a Godzilla. Swing him in. 4 11. Down to 10 past the turn. Let's see what you got. I mean, I'm sure there's so many things. Gosh, dang. Seriously? What is this deck? You had the mana to do that? I mean, I guess so. That's cool. Alright, revival something off the top. We won't have enough mana to cast it, so I guess we wait until the next turn. Let's cycle twice. Stomping Ground tapped. We could play School Prophet. Cycle one thing. We have to exile something else. And if we play School Prophet, we can exile a land here a little bit better. Okay, pass the turn. More card draw is nice. Okay, exile the forest here. Just because, maybe that's the wrong play. I don't know.
Weakness I cannot exploit.
You have hexproof. That's fine. We're doing this too early. I'm just trying to play my Magic game.
It is my duty
People
to
keep
protect the
stopping
bone.
me. I don't like it.
Talk to the wall.
Talk to the wall. It's rude. Hey, oh man, they are playing literally every Planeswalker. This is the kind of jank you can run into if you play free play. I miss playing free play. It's so much fun. All right, Gift of Paradise. Like, I don't feel bad about losing to jank like this. I mean, I feel bad about not winning, but whatever. With a lifelink counter. Swing at Nicol Bolas. They have to have an answer for next turn. They get to draw an extra card though. We can get rid of the other Primeval. We have another one, right? Yeah, we're good. 11/11 with lifelink. All right, get rid of Godzilla.
My schemes are never ending.
Create a defender.
This
That's fine.
I drank for.
We have to kill Nicol Bolas though. I have 2 cards here. What did they draw? If it was my luck, they'd draw nothing. Their luck, oh, of course.
I'm known for my
Why wouldn't they just
excellent
draw the perfect answer? You know, as one does. All right, if we find land here, we actually get Doom Inevitable, Hasty. That's rude.
Curse. This grubby.
Seriously? That's what they found? All right. So, pay 2. Play this outright. We're gonna die to the Garruk, but this doesn't even kill it. They have 7 damage worth of blockers. Oh no, man! We had it, and then the stinking Teferi. I hate Teferi. Oh. All right, guys. I think I better stop there. I'm getting a little bit over. Like, this is after 6 hours straight of recording and doing things for this game, so I should take a break and probably stop there. So I mean, that's why we get jank today. But you know, sometimes you just have to have some good jank to play. And so I hope you guys still enjoyed the video, enjoyed the kind of jankiness here, whatever. We got the combo off plenty of times and we actually won a game. But man, apparently getting out 11/11 is just not very good in this format. How about that? Who would have thought? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.